Hi guys, Emily Sosha from emilysosha.com, back here again today. So I didn't think that I was going to do another video this week, but I have been reviewing my notes, and honestly I am just so jazzed up about this stuff that I just wanted to come on and do another video. And actually I got super excited, super inspired, and I'll actually come back and do another one tomorrow. So today I want to talk about stress. It's something that everyone experiences it, nationwide, worldwide, probably. Actually, yes, worldwide. And if you say that you don't, you're lying. So everyone experiences, right? Whether it's real or imagined or just completely made up in our minds, which I guess goes under the imagined category. It is something that affects all of us. And sometimes it's completely uncontrollable, right? Other times, even when we think that we can control it, sometimes it feels out of whack. So let's talk about what stress is. So it is emotional or mental or maybe physical or maybe even imagined strain or tension or demand that can feel out of whack, right? So it makes you just feel like everything is worse than it really is, which of course is a tip that we'll talk about tomorrow, of how to deal with stress and how to manage stress, is to figure out what's real and what's not, right? But so the thing is, so it's a mental or emotional strain or pressure or intensity or adversity, right? And it affects us all. And I have like a whole list, actually like more than 10 bullet points of ways that it affects the body, but I just picked out a few that I wanted to focus on to go over today, based on my own experiences and based on my experiences with clients, both training and coaching clients, because it's systemic, right? It's like all over the place. I know from personal experiences, I used to be like a walking ball of stress. Like, you know, those little rubber band balls where it's like one rubber band wrapped on the other rubber band. So eventually it forms a ball that you can bounce. Well, I was like that ball. I was just wound so tight. But I'm not anymore, which is awesome. Oh, yay. Hi, Nicola. How are you? So let's talk about the ways that stress affects your body. Instantly. So as soon as the body starts feeling stress, right? Remember how I said it could be real, like tiger stress, or imagined. It increases your heart rate. It increases your blood pressure. It increases your respiration rate, which is breathing, right? And then also, so those are like not so good things that you don't want to be happening if you don't actually need them to be happening. So obviously your blood pressure and heart rate are going to increase when you're like exercising, because that's good, but you don't necessarily want those things to be happening or going on when you're just sitting at your desk trying to get something done, or out and about on your weekend and something comes up, right? And then in addition to that, cortisol, so that's your stress hormone, right? That increases, the production increases, and that can lead to premature aging, right? I mean, no one wants lines, right? I mean, I'm not about to go Botox anything, but no one wants like unnecessary lines. Inability to lose weight, so same thing, right? I mean, when you don't feel yourself, if you're carrying around weight that you feel like you can't get rid of, and you feel like it's not part of you, I mean, that just feels not good, right? And then that feeling of just really being frazzled, everything seeming bigger or more intense than it needs to be, right? So that's that cortisol, which we don't necessarily want to come on if it doesn't need to. And then, so let's also talk about inflammation. So that's another major effect of stress, is that the inflammation in our bodies goes way up. And there's all sorts of things that happen with inflammation. It can lead to heart disease and brain disease if the brain is inflamed, right? It can be a cause of allergens. So a lot of times people think that they have allergies when in reality, their body is just reacting either to stress or food or some other internal substance. And so their internal systems are inflamed, even just slightly, and then the body reacts by giving it an allergy. And it's not really the allergen, right? We were meant to adapt to our environments, not some of the commercial environments that are out there now, but we were meant to adapt to our external environment. So it's not really an allergen, it's inflammation. And so those are the two big ones that I really wanted to focus on today because they're so key, and I think they're key to a lot of things that people can relate to. The feeling frazzled all the time, the premature aging, right? Like, where did this gray hair come from? Inability to lose weight, and also maybe allergens or just feeling like off, and that can lead back to inflammation, which can go back to the stress. And so, like I mentioned at the beginning, the body can't distinguish, the body and the brain can't distinguish between real and imagined stress. So let's say, like, poof, magic wand, you were plopped down in front of a giant lion who wanted to eat you and was running towards you. Obviously those same things would happen, but they would be on purpose so that you could run for your freaking life and get out of there, right? That's really good. You want your body to be able to do that. But the same thing happens when you feel those same ways because you're stressed out at work, because you have a lot on your plate, because your to-do list is never ending, because your boss just called and told you that something came up and now you have to come in for an extra shift or an extra day or an extra project or something like that, right? So the same exact thing happens in the body as it does as if you were poof, magic, plopped in front of a lion chasing you, wants to eat you, right? Which is horrible. We don't want that kind of reaction in the body, but in mainstream life, that is what's happening, right? We almost feel, and I've spoken with so many clients who say this, guilty if they're not doing, right? Even when they go to rest, they're still doing something. They still have their phone, they still have their laptop, they still have the TV on in the background, or they're still thinking about something instead of just relaxing, right? So it's about shutting off, which I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, even though I could. But tomorrow I'm going to come on and I'm going to talk about different ways that you can handle stress. Because like I started with in this video, everyone has it. It's really about managing it and finding the best ways for you. So just because someone says that meditation is really good to decrease stress does not necessarily mean that that is the best avenue for you. So it's really about finding the ways that work best for you and learning when and how to employ them so that they are effective. Because I can know until the cows come home that meditation is really good, but if I'm not actually meditating or figuring out the situations when I need to meditate to reduce my stress, then meditation serves me no purpose. So that's pretty much it today, guys. I really did just wanted this to be quick and really just share my excitement with everything that's going on. I am loving everything that I'm learning. Like I mentioned in my previous video that I did at the beginning of the week, my background is in personal training and corrective exercise, and I'm also a yoga teacher. So it all was kind of swirling around with me. I noticed all of these things with clients day in and day out. And then even with coaching clients, same thing. You're trying to maybe have a shift or have a mindset kind of breakthrough and something's not quite clicking or moving together. Stress can often be a huge determiner of what does and what doesn't. So that's it for me today. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. I hope you can tell how excited I am about all this stuff. So shoot me a message, shoot me a PM, whatever feels best for you. And let me know what's on your mind. If you are struggling with something right now, or what's going on in your world, or if maybe you found an awesome way to deal with stress and you just love it and like you're so glad that you made that connection. I want to hear about that too, because that's great. I'm always looking for new avenues. So like I mentioned, I'll be on again tomorrow morning, probably around 9:30 Arizona time, which is also Pacific time at this point in time, because they're at the same point. So I'll jump on tomorrow morning and I will share tips on how to deal with and handle stress, because that's the fun part, right? No one really wants to talk about the bad stuff, which is what is going on in your body when all of this stress reaction occurs. We want to talk about how do you manage it? How do you deal with it? Because it's not going to go away. It's all about how you handle it. So again, shoot me a message if you feel called to do so, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Okay, bye guys.